is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Brianna and today we are traveling to Florida. We are visiting my dad for about a week and a half and we're packed up, we're prepped, we're ready to go. So welcome to a travel vlog. I'm very excited. It is about 3:30, so we ended up leaving work a little bit early so we could make it to the airport. Our flight does leave at 6, boarding starts at 5:45 or something along those lines. We're doing well, but subscribe. We have a lot of fun around here, a lot of travel content, a lot of lifestyle, so hang out with us. We have a lot of fun. And I'm gonna do a quick little airport outfit to get us started. Airport OOTD. I have on just a baseball hat because it's just really nice to keep my hair semi-intact. I have on just like an oversized sweatshirt. I find these to just be the most comfortable. This is actually an XL from Dick's Sporting Goods. I absolutely love it. Old and navy like sweatpant joggers, and then my Swift Runs, which you know, if you are not new, you know I wear these all the time. I went for no leggings today. Quick tip when it comes to traveling far, if you want to bring sweatpants and you're not sure if you're going 100% to wear them during your trip, just wear them there because your leggings take up virtually no space in your bag. So I just feel like the sweatpant look is comfortable, got big pockets, right? I'm gonna have my crossbody from Lululemon as well, but with that being said, we're ready. I'm gonna show you all what I do for my last like 1 minute before we're leaving the apartment too. Here is my, a little blurry, but here's my list that I have been working off of, and everything is packed up and ready to go. I did pack my white shirt, my Yeti is in the bag, my hat's on my head, my ring box is in my bag, sweatshirt's on, curling irons in the bag, toiletry bag. This is all my personal electronics, which is all packed up in my big Marc Jacobs tote bag. This is all carry-on, always is electronic. And then all of my work stuff, we made Corey's work stuff the bag, like Corey's bag, all of our work stuff, whoops, backwards, but all of this is packed, ready to go. So this chapter is closed, which is good. I have my headphones. I don't need this pen, so I'll just leave this here. This is my fanny pack that I'm bringing, just the Lululemon belt bag that I've had for years. So gonna just throw that in my bag as well. And then I just need to obviously put my phone in my pocket, and then I have my little work notebook and my mouse pad. So with that being said, let's head to the airport.
Hello.
We picked obviously the right place for a quick dinner because we've got good lighting. We even have a little stand. I'm hands-free with no tripod. But
you are so good of just like finagling that.
I feel like that's just gonna be the thing because I'm always really good at it. But we ended up getting through security. So we started walking to the line at 4:05. We were out of the line at, I think it was 4:10, 4:09.
It was less than that.
I mean, it was like literally no time at all. It was absolutely amazing, so incredible. So I cannot.
And the standard line of like 300 people in it.
Yeah, I cannot recommend TSA PreCheck enough. I don't know if anyone's interested in a travel card, but we both have the Capital One Venture, and Capital One Venture paid for our TSA PreCheck. So we get TSA PreCheck for free every time we re-up it. Every 5 years we just get a credit back to our card, so that's amazing. But we're in Boston Logan Terminal C because we're leaving with JetBlue is where our flights are, and we decided to go to Legal Seafood, Corey's idea, because we ended up getting Chipotle for lunch. We decided that we still wanted something light because we ate Chipotle at noon. It's 4:30. Our flight lands and gets into Florida at 9:30. So like we're gonna have a few snacks. We'll kind of walk through that too and what we get for more of like a domestic flight, but we need something. So I ended up getting, of course, Diet Coke with lemon, and Corey got a beer. What kind of beer did you get?
Sam Adams, Boston Lager.
Sam Adams, Boston Lager before
to the homeland.
Yeah, before we head to the Sunshine State. But with that being said,
in the most perfect Red Sox.
Yeah, it's a great beer glass. So after this, well, not after this, but just now we ordered some food. So I ended up getting, I'll show you when it gets here, a cup of chowder, and then we both ended up doing a Caesar salad with grilled shrimp. Just sounds light, sounds refreshing, enough to hold me over, but not gonna like sit. Like I was like, oh, fish and chips sounds good.
I wanted the fish tacos. I was like, wait,
it's just gonna like sit in your stomach. Yeah, I want something a little bit more fresh, light, and then we're also gonna get some snacks too. So we'll show you what our food looks like when we get it now, and it's time for our food. So Corey and I both ended up going with the shrimp Caesar salad, and then I ended up getting a bowl of chowder. Also, comment down below. Corey and I were just talking about this. I am somebody who puts the like half of the bag of the oyster crackers in the soup, but Corey puts in the entire bag. So comment down below. How many oyster crackers do you normally put in your chowder? And I just got soup all over my finger. I am really enjoying this Caesar. I think it's super, just really light. I like eating light stuff before getting on a flight, and I feel like seafood is also really light too. It would be different if there was like steak on here. And I think that the shrimp are cooked really, really good. What do you think?
Very good. I think it's delicious. Well, for an airport Caesar salad, I think it's very good.
And the chowder.
Salad was surprisingly nice. I was not anticipating that being that as nice.
And you know what? If you're somebody that ever flies in and out of Boston, or you live in Boston, or your biggest gateway close to you is Boston, I've always been really skeptical of coming to legal seafood before a flight. Corey was the one that chose today, so I let him kind of ride with it, and I was a little bit hesitant, but I've been really impressed with.
Well, you've had bad experiences with legal seafood in general.
Yeah, I had a lobster roll here that cost me like $35 at the actual flagship restaurant, and it was like a joke. This is much, much, much better, exceeding my expectations.
Way to go, Terminal
for
C,
airport.
legal seafood.
Yeah, and I was like, are we sure we want to eat seafood? But Corey said yes, let's give it a go, and light food, and really, A+. So we have made it to our gate post getting snacks. So we are, like I said, we're traveling to Florida, so this is just domestic snacks and stuff that we get for our flight. Our flight from Boston to West Palm, where my dad lives, is about 3.5 hours is what it says. So we've had dinner, but 3.5 hours with like not a few options isn't great, so I always get a Smart Water or just a big water bottle. Corey ended up deciding to go with a nice Sprite, some bubbles. I also love a ginger ale on an airplane. Comment down below if you're someone that gets specific things when you're actually traveling and you get on the airplane. Then we each got our own kind of candy. So if you watched my last travel to Florida vlog, you'll know Corey's all-time favorite candy of life is Sour Patch watermelons, but he always gets those for the plane ride as well. And then I was in like a Skittles mood today, so I went ahead and got Skittles for myself. And then we both wanted something salty but to share, but we didn't know, so I gave Corey a few options, and he went with Pirate's Booty, which I feel like we haven't had this in a really long time. This is like, everyone just loves to talk in the airport. Just run to your gate. If they miss it, they miss it. But anyway, got Pirate's Booty. So this is really our like bag of snacks for what we use on the airplane. I also think that we get a little snack with JetBlue anyway. If I didn't mention that, that's the airline that we're flying. I'm excited to get to Florida. It's been a little bit on like the chillier side today, so I feel like that has me even more excited to go. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, but I feel like the most important thing when you're traveling domestically is have like some sort of a system. Know what time you need to get there, if you're gonna be eating, if you're not gonna be eating, snacks, how long your flight is, what you think you'll need in that time span. Keep yourself occupied, because sometimes I feel like domestic flights are more easy breeze than international flights, but you still need to be just as prepared because it's still a flight. With that being said, all of our stuff is here. We're ready to go. We're very, very excited. I'm ready for the sunshine because, like I mentioned before, it's been a little chilly in Boston today, and it's supposed to get colder like in the drop of a hat this weekend. So we're going to the sunshine, even though we're going to the sunshine with a hurricane, because Corey and I, the last 2 times we've been to Florida, just bring the hurricane. With that being said, we are ready for takeoff. The other thing is I'm gonna give a full review once we get home on my AirPods Pro. I am very excited to edit with these and use them. I just put them on just to like see how they were fitting, and they just feel so comfortable and so incredibly amazing. So I'll give a full review once we land and we get to my dad's. But with that being said, let's head to Florida. And it is the next day, which is why it is so much brighter. And we ended up getting into Florida last night. Safe, easy, nice flight. It was a little bumpy in our landing, but for the most part, super nice flight, very easy. My dad picked us up, and then we ended up coming back to the condo, and I ended up reading my Kindle for a little while. We hung out, we relaxed, went to bed pretty early, and then I woke up this morning, got my desk all situated, and we've had a pretty full work day. It's about 1:15, 1:30 right now, so I have a meeting in the next few minutes, so I'm gonna go sit down and do that. Before we do that, I did promise that I would do a AirPods Max Pro ratings. I'll start with the cons first. I would say the first con is when you like yawn or you eat or you're semi-lifting the headphone when it's not suction cupped to your ear, you can start to hear a lot of that noise canceling. So when you're making slight movement and the ears you know, are naturally going to move. You can kind of hear from the noise canceling, which not a big deal. It's just a little con, like if you really are thinking about it. So I would say that was a con. I would say another con that I had was they just are bulky. Like they're a bulky item. They cannot go into a case like Beats can and roll up into a ball. They have to stay just like this. So for traveling purposes, if you're looking for something small and compact, they are. You can also leave them on your neck, but for the most part, like you have to travel with them this way. So I would say those are my two cons really. My pros are editing with them was a game changer. My ears did not hurt. Our flight was 3 hours. I had them on from the minute that we took off, from the moment that we landed, and literally they were the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. No headache, no ear pushing, no redness, no anything. So comfortability wise, 10 out of 10. I also did not hear anything, where when I would, you know, yawn or chew food or something and I would move the headphones around, I could hear, but for the most part, I heard almost virtually nothing. So that was a huge win, and I just felt really zoned in into editing and listening to music, so that was a plus. And I would say overall a pro of these is I just really think that they were worth every penny of the investment. I ended up getting them on sale for $400 and I think $80 on Amazon, and they're normally $600. Would I spend the $600? Maybe. I would probably save up for them for a little bit because I understand that that's a big financial investment to be making, but I would pay full price for them. They were worth every single penny in my opinion, so I cannot recommend them enough. I can't wait to keep using them, editing with them, traveling with them. I just absolutely love them. So with that being said, I'm gonna close out the vlog. Thanks so much for traveling to Florida with me. It was a blast. We are about to endure another hurricane because Corey and I just bring the hurricanes, but we went out to lunch with my dad today to just enjoy a little bit of outside time before we're inside for the next 2 days. But thanks so much for traveling to Florida with me. I will see you in the next one for another travel day vlog because we're going on a little weekend trip. So thanks so much for being here. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.